long way. Been a long way. Real long way. And it's still that way. 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 Woo. 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 This not a drill. Bucket of ice on me, how should I chill? Scope in your mouth, watch how I know how I'm rocking, you know how I'm built. Still in the trenches, we out in the field. If she in her bag, then it's Prada Chanel. The is fake, but she popping for real. Still that way. Run up if you feel that way. You can get this work, but the work don't ship, cause it really don't feel that way. Seen a whole lot of rapping and a whole lot of get like ice. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Talk to me nice. You know I'm an east side, big TD, step a whole rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, stack a lobster with a shrimp, fat. Big, put a ribbon on it, get you gift, rap, bet, that. Real, never switch, that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again with Dobbins. Shoves him away. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Rodney Thomas gets to him for the stop. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because when this guy can blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring out those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 12-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. Now, Charles, we're going to look here at the Colts 2023 draft class. Contributors up and down their 11 selections. But, of course, it's really going to be remembered for that name at the top, the new face of their team.
Anthony Richardson, oh, he continues the trend of dual-threat quarterbacks expected to take over the league, and he might be the next level. What an athlete. And how about the rest of the mix? Great value with quarterbacks like Julius Brents, wide receivers like Josh Downs. They should see the field plenty as rookies.
4th down, here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have finish off this drive with 6 points. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Edwards. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jackson going to run. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly. And most of the time, unsuccessfully.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3 set. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
A big pickup of 38.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Richardson off the play fake. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well. Protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the Ravens 32-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After one, 7-3 the score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Richardson working from the gun. Flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Jackson now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Julius Brents on the coverage.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Play action. It's Jackson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. To call on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Taken at about the 36. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Jackson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. On the option left, Richardson. 20! And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Richardson now on 2nd down. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
1st down now with that clock rolling. They go play action now. Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 more yards there and another first down. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved him until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well. His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown down, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10 at their 38. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Jackson on second down. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken around the 12. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time. He's got him in, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the half. Richardson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion. On second down, here's the option.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. So a no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back to Taylor on first down. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Richardson to the air on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On second down, it's Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield, too.
Rocky Sin there to make the tackle.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Second down, here's Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 11 yards out.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
QB sneak, Richardson. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Anthony Richardson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. There he goes, left side. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And down to the 7-yard line. 138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Richardson to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. That one into the hands of Flowers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, they're going option play on 3rd down. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 30. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. The They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. It certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. On first down, Richardson. And he rifles one incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That complete to Downs. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the ball.
This one, no doubt, important for Matt Gay. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Downs. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Jackson now. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle to Beckham. Gets by him and now a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll get it inside the 35.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now it's Jackson.
I like his awareness of the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. To throw again is Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This taken in at the goal line. Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. That one looks like he'll throw here. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Richardson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 28-20. A minute 35 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Jackson, Dobbins with it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A big play here, 3rd and 2. Throwing, Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it right across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's 1st down. To the left sideline and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jackson to throw. And this one is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
He was brought down at the 26. 4 yards.